Let's go. Let's go. I'm clapping because of the picks. And I'm clapping because of them Kings, man. Like that beam, man. Like that beam, man. But let's get to order of business, man. Let's talk about it, y'all. Let us talk about it, man. Let me go ahead, man, and man, let me put this air on, man. I've been hot, man. I was out there hollering and screaming, man. Hold on, give me a second, man. There we go. Let me put that fan on real quick, man. Let's talk about these. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. So, the Dallas Cowboys selected Schoonmaker, Michigan, tight end, in Overshown from Texas. Let me tell y'all something. I'm elated over that Overshown pick. I'm elated. I'm very elated. I don't. You see, after the second round pick, y'all, I knew exactly what the Cowboys is trying to do. Come on. I know exactly what they are trying to do. Let me tell you what they're trying to do, man. They are tired of being soft. All of the players that you just drafted brings an edge, a physical nature to the team. People say, oh, Schoonmaker is a reach. No, it's not. Not in this draft. Maybe any other draft, but not in this draft. Schoonmaker was right on time. Overshown. Come on, man. Y'all know we just talked about Overshown, man. We just talked about it. I love watching Overshown because Overshown was it. But let's get into this Schoonmaker, right? So this is what the Cowboys, man, is trying to do, y'all. So let's go to the offensive point of view. Schoonmaker. He's a solid tight end. What you see is pretty much what you get, right? He's going to be in 2 tight end sites. We're going to be running a lot of 12 personnel with this guy, right? See, my thing is, right, now I like Hendershot just like you guys like Hendershot. But at the same time, man, are you really going to go ahead and trust him? Have you seen enough to trust him over a 17-game season? One thing that I know is that Mike McCarthy loves his 2 tight ends. Mike McCarthy loves his tight ends, y'all. There's a reason why it was a Dalton Schultz in the Ferguson show. What's going on, T-Dub? It's the reason why it was a Dalton Schultz in the Ferguson show. And now it's a reason why it's the Schoonmaker and Ferguson show. Oh, man. Hey, T-Dub. Hey, I'm excited about these picks, man. Because I know a lot of people like, oh man, this is a reach. And I was watching the game, man, and keeping up with the draft. It's not a reach. Schoonmaker is not a reach. Especially, like I said, especially in this draft. Because this draft is just a whole bunch of players that are developmental players and that can contribute to a team. See, the Dallas is trying to build an identity. Let me go ahead and take you guys back some. Let me take you back to January, right? That second playoff game against the 49ers, man. This is why they picking This is why they picking these picks. Let me go ahead and take you back to the previous year. Let me go ahead and take you back to that Bears game. Let me take you back. Let me take you back to teams. Let me take you to that Jaguar. Let me take you back to Green. Come on. I can take you back to all these games. And I could pinpoint while all of these picks were selected today for the Cowboys. Oh, T-Dub. I like him too, T-Dub. I like him too, T-Dub. Former safety. And the cool thing about it is he got the frame. He got the frame to put on 250 if he wanted to put on 250, y'all. He got the frame to put on 250 if he wanted to put on 250. Now, I know a lot of people is confused about Schoonmaker, but you shouldn't be. Because one thing that the Dallas Cowboys needed was some reliability over the middle. One thing the Dallas Cowboys needed was an added physicality. Who was going to be that missing piece in the run game as far as blocking wise that Noah Brown left behind? It's Schoonmaker. So not only can you go 12 personnel with him and Ferguson, you can get him a whole lot of look. You can go ahead and pound him, or you can go ahead, man, and send him on a route. See, one thing Schoonmaker ran when I watched him was a lot of crossing routes. He ran a lot of crossing routes. Schoonmaker, is he going to go ahead and blow you out the water? Probably not. But is he going to bring a certain type of toughness? Yes. This is one of the better blocking tight ends that I watched. Physical blocker, reliable pass catcher, right? These are identity picks. This is, Mike McCarthy said he wanted to run the ball. This is a pick to back up what Mike McCarthy said. Mike said he wanted to run the ball. Schoonmaker is definitely ready. Oh, we pounding the ball. Let me go ahead and play action. Schoonmaker on a crossing route. That's a 10-yard gain. Let's move the sticks. One thing this offense going to have to do is move the sticks. And one thing that we know is that we got to run the football with Dak Prescott, right? Running the ball is going to be easier with Schoonmaker and Ferguson blocking on the edges. Running the ball is going to be much easier. It's going to be much easier. You think he's going to play for Jim Harbaugh? Or John or whatever, which one it is? You think he's going to play for him and not block? You think he's going to play for him and not block? Blocking was a must. And for right now, what we got, blocking is a must on this offense. They say, Hendershot. Hendershot ain't out the doghouse. Hendershot, I like Hendershot in the role that he's in, right? And I'm pretty sure they like Hendershot in that role too. Third tight end. Because Schoonmaker's for sure going to be your 2 tight end. He's going to be your number 2 tight end. That's the inevitable. Unless something happens, he's going to be your number 2 tight end. So your tight end position is not a liability. It's a strength. It's a strength. It may not be Kelsey running routes. It may not be Hawkinson. See, what they banking on is the development of Ferguson to take the next step in his pass catching so he can be the number 1 tight end. And he has showed that he can do such. Schoonmaker, we just kind of need you to take on the role that Ferguson had when Dalton Schultz was here. That's all we need you to do. Now, Hullam, this is good. This is good, Hullam. This is good, Hullam. Y'all remember when we talked about the other day, this is just not a draft that's top heavy. So a lot of picks that see Schoonmaker a year or two ago, yes, second, that's a reach. It's a reach. But Schoonmaker in this draft, it's not a reach. Just like we thought Mozzie Smith last night was a reach. But then when you look at the draft, it's not a reach. So in this draft, you're gonna have to get the players that you want. You can't be waiting, can't be hoping. You got to get them now. You got to get them now. And Overshown after Schoonmaker was the icing on the cake. That was the icing on the cake. We're gonna get into it after we finish up Schoonmaker. See, y'all remember, man, in Green Bay when Mike McCarthy had Andrew Corliss and Jermichael Finley, right? Andrew Corliss, especially in that Super Bowl run, he had a role in dealing with the injuries of Jermichael Finley. He had to get put in a position to be the number one tight end for a while. That's the year where they had the James Starks, the injury-riddled season, and everybody was coming back. This gives you kind of an insurance, right? Do you trust Hendershot to take over? If you just had Hendershot and Ferguson, do you trust him to take over if Ferguson was to get hurt? Hendershot in a complementary role is what's best for this team. He should make the team, and we like him. But Hendershot is a complementary tight end. He's a complementary tight end. I like it. I like it. I know right now I may be the only one that like it so far. And we can't think of, oh man, we reached. And once they hear, right? A lot of the players, man, some of these players that we got, I don't even remember where they was picked at. Because it don't matter. Because once you get in that door, it's a matter about contribution. None of these players that we drafted, you should expect Michael Parsons type production from. But you should expect contributors, as we discussed earlier. You should expect players that's going to contribute. Schoonmaker, Mozzie Smith, and definitely Overshown is going to contribute right away. I'm going to tell you why I love Overshown. I'm going to tell you why. Because I watched Overshown very thorough. I watched him thorough. He was one of the linebacker prospects that I watched thorough. When I'm talking about thorough, I'm talking like I probably watched what I was going to watch originally, then woke up in the morning and watched some more film. Because he caught my eye. It was just something about him that caught my eye. And he was one of the players that I thought that should be on the board for the Cowboys, as we discussed today. And I'm glad that they selected him. Look, your defense was soft, right? Come on, man. Y'all know we're going to be candid over here, right? Your defense was soft, right? So your defense was soft. Why was they soft? Young linebacker, a linebacker in Leighton, who is not a bad linebacker, but he's not a physical linebacker. Your D tackles, right, other than Osa and Hankins, we got nothing. Your D ends chose not to contain the run. They chose not to have outside contain. So that's why you got Herbert, Montgomery, Fields running on you like the way that they did, because we were soft. Overshown from Texas will fix that. Overshown from Texas will bring an attitude at linebacker. Your linebacker, see, the linebackers that we had concern about with Overshown, you had to say it's a strength. So now you looking at is Cox gone? Is Cox a wrap? Is Cox going to go ahead, man, and maintain maybe a third or fourth linebacker? Like, what's going on with Cox? What's going on with Harper? Overshown will start soon, very soon. And your two linebackers will be Overshown and Damone Clark. That's a very good linebacker duo. Very good. Very good. Now, let me give you a little insight on Overshown. Overshown in coverage is very good. And I believe that has something to do with him being a former safety. He has very good coverage, very good awareness in coverage. He's a hitter, as you probably seen in them highlights when we selected him. He's a hitter. Your defense lacked attitude up the middle. And you just selected two players that brings attitude to your defense. Attitude. And that's important. Right? Leighton was just a placeholder. If we can go ahead, man, and just bring Overshown the way we want to bring him. Because I believe Overshown, if I'm not mistaken, Overshown is about 230. And like I said, he had the frame to put that 250 on. He had the frame to put that 250 on. He does. And I don't think he'll lose his speed. Especially when he put that weight on, y'all. Overshown gonna be a heck of a linebacker, y'all. He feels that hole with authority. He feels that hole with authority. How many of your linebackers, including Leighton, was coming up and they felt you? We had no linebackers where they felt us. Like, oh, you're going to see Overshown flying around, sideline to sideline. You're going to see a complete linebacker. And the linebacker that got hard, man. Yeah, he going to work on shed and block some. But that's going to come not only with weight room, that's going to come with coaching. But guess what, though? You just drafted Mozzie Smith, who was supposed to be assisting Hankins and Osa and keeping your linebackers free. And with Leighton, Micah, Overshown, and Clark, with them flying free, there should be some fireworks over here in Dallas, man. Now, I ain't just, y'all know me, man. I ain't just talking to be talking, man. Overshown's pads gonna do the talking for me, right? They gonna do the talking for me. I'm sure of that. When you playing the Redskins and that hole open up and it's just him and that running back, oh, there's gonna be some pads popping. On 3rd and 1, when you gotta convert, Schoolmaker gonna get off the ball and he gonna get some movement. We are developing an identity in front of our eyes. We are drafting because Jerry and Mike and DQ is tired of us being soft. They tired of us being soft. We were soft. Now you got attitude in all three levels. You got attitude at safety with Curse and Wilson. You got attitude at linebacker with Overshown. And you got attitude at D tackle with Mozzie Smith. You getting attitude, y'all. The offense went on ahead, man, and embraced running the football. But the defense didn't embrace stopping the run. You don't have to be top 5 and stopping the run, but you have to be adequate and you have to be able to not give up 200 yards rushing more than one occasion. You have to be able to go ahead, man, and not let bum running backs get over 100 yards on you. It shouldn't be a good game when your team still had over 100 and something yards rushing on you with no mobile quarterback. That's not a good game. That's not a good game. But that was a good game by our standards because we were soft. We were soft. This is, like I said, these are attitude picks, y'all. These are attitude picks, right? Overshown gonna speak for itself. I know Schoonmaker gonna go ahead and give you some question marks, but Schoonmaker is gonna be productive, right? You see, one thing every team needs, right, is somebody who gonna do the dirty work. Every team needs somebody. Every team that needs a D lineman who gonna do the dirty work. Every team needs that willing blocker on the offensive end who's gonna go ahead and put that extra effort in to free up that running back. Just like a basketball team needs defenders to do the dirty work, set screens in order to win a championship. You need players that's going to go ahead and clean stuff up and do the things that other players either don't want to do or can't do. We've been talking about in Dallas trying to find a blocker at tight end for a long time, right? And we've been trying to find a blocking tight end. We tried it with Sprinkle, didn't work, right? We know Dalton Schultz. One thing, what was always good on Dalton Schultz line about? You soft. You get manhandled. You get manhandled by little weenies. Bro, where your manhood at? You want to catch the ball, but you don't want to block. But you ain't got that now. Only thing this team is missing now is a in-between running back. I'm looking at Charlie Jones tomorrow, y'all. I'm looking at Charlie Jones in the 4th round. I'm not letting him pass the 4th round if he's available. Because you get somebody like Charlie Jones, man. That little rant that I gave you the other day about not being a good drafting team, you get Charlie Jones, man. I'm sure that this draft will be a success. I'm sure of it. I'm very sure of it. Running back, offensive line depth, probably another corner soon. If you're looking at safety, that'll be cool too. But definitely running back I'm looking at. There's a running back, man. Let me go ahead and give you a name. I'm gonna tell you who I'm looking at tomorrow, man. In between the tackles, man. Y'all know who I'm going to say, but y'all know I'll be fumbling with this man's name. Let me go ahead, man, and look it up real quick. Let me go ahead and look it up. I hated that Seattle took my running back, man. Dwayne McBride. That's the running back that we looking for. JL, I for sure would take JL Skinner tomorrow and let him recover. Absolutely. So Dwayne McBride, Eric Gray are running backs that I'm looking for tomorrow. Them is running backs that I'm looking for tomorrow. You know, like I said, man, like I made a video a while back about the Cowboys being in position to take BPA, best player available. However, that comes into fold and play like taking somebody like Schoonmaker, right? Me personally, I thought that Tucker Craft was a little bit better of a tight end than Schoonmaker, but I get it. I get it, right? I get it. I do. Because you could just look at Mike McCarthy and the way he talks, the what he reiterates in his press conference. He tired of being soft. If I had to give you comparisons, Kenny Clark for Mozzie Smith. Schoonmaker, you could probably say Quarles. Linebacker for Overshown. I'm not going to say, I can't think of his name, though, in Green Bay. But he was a very good linebacker for Mike. I can't think of his name. But really, to be honest with you, Overshown is kind of like in a league, in a class of his own, right? He's one of the ones, man, that the league is trying to go ahead and do now. See, the leagues be trying to go ahead, man, and turn these safeties into linebackers. He was already a safety that had turned into linebacker early, right? You see a lot of tackle production because that's a testament to his sideline to sideline ability. I'll go ahead and give you my little scouting reports, man, on both of these players that I had. Give me a second. Just to make sure. And if I'm the Cowboys, tomorrow, I'm not all the way done in taking defensive linemen, especially in the interior. I'm not done. I'll be honest with y'all. I am not done. There we go. All right, let me see. So Schoonmaker. Let me get my other one for the linebackers. So with Schoonmaker, here's what I had for him. I believe we had talked a little bit of this earlier on the stream though, but I'll go ahead and reiterate for people who just came in. 6'6", 250, Michigan, a reliable short to intermediate target, a very good blocker who seals the edges. He catches a lot of crossers, flats, and seam routes. I didn't see too much right after their catchability at Michigan. I'm not saying that he can't do it, but I just didn't see it. He did one thing I did see. I got to throw that knock on him. I did see that. His contact balance. Pretty much every time he caught the ball, he was getting tackled on contact. I didn't see too much of him breaking tackles. He wasn't a high volume target at Michigan. Because they wanted to get a ball to Blake Corum. Like I said, he's not really gonna make nobody miss too much, but he's just gonna be the reliable target and a good blocker, a tight end too. right? We drafted a tight end too in the second round, y'all. Let's go to Overshown. Overshown. Let's see where we at. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? There you go, the linebackers. All right, the Marvion Overshown, 6'3", 229. That they had him listed from Texas. I got in bold print letters. A hitter. Could come on blitzes. I put passionate. Passionate. I didn't put that word for a lot of people on here, but I definitely put passionate with him. Seam curl flats. Loved it when he was down there. I love that he comes downhill with intentions. Very good at run support, good pursuit, good awareness in terms of dealing with routes. I put former safety learning a position. I said with weight room and coaching, he gonna be a bad boy. That's what I said. I said with weight room and coaching, he gonna be a bad boy. He just needed to improve on taking on blocks and escaping them. Safety instincts at linebacker, I put, especially regarding coverage. Sideline to sideline, and I said, as I said today, just a little while ago, he has the frame to hold 250, I believe. He's violent, and I said one thing that I would love to see a little bit more, just him wrapping up, but that's fixable. It ain't like he can't wrap up, but he was always going to take your head off. So that was my evaluation on DeMarvion Overshown. I had, other than Schoolmaker, it's crazy how on both players, not including Schoolmaker, I'm talking about with Mozzie Smith and Overshown, I put with coaching, they got the potential to be beasts. I said that about Mozzie Smith last night in my notes, when reading my notes, and I just said that about Overshown. That's good selection, man. Overshown made my night. They say, oh, we need offense. Yes, we do. But the defense was just as much of a concern. The lack of physicality that was established, man, day in, game in, minute in, quarter in, and out, is being addressed this year. It's really being addressed this year. And I like it. I like it. I would like for them to continue to build on that tomorrow. Now I told y'all, I said today is going to show us the direction that this team is trying to go in. This team is trying to go into the bully direction, the physical direction, right? You see, especially with these defensive picks, you see a boost in athleticism, right? Your athleticism, your heart, your determination has improved in these 2 days. So if I had to, especially for the Marvion Overshown pick, and especially to get him in the third round, going on pretty much the fourth round, man, that's like an A+ pick. I'm that high on him, y'all. Now I thought that Henley, maybe, what I mean? Seen Trenton Simpson go. But Overshown was definitely one of the ones that I had in my top 5, y'all. I believe I had Overshown. What did I have Overshown? I had Overshown number 3. I believe. I believe Overshawn was my third linebacker. Who I had ahead of him was Trenton Simpson and Jack Campbell. Those were the linebackers that I had ahead of him. Trenton Simpson, like I said, Trenton Simpson fell because he just is a player that just don't have a home for a position. He's just gonna be a ball player, and I think I seen him go to Baltimore. So Baltimore that messed around and got them a player, but the Dallas Cowboys made him messed around and got them a player too. And he's staying home in Texas, man. I like it, y'all. I like it, man. I like it, man. Like I said, other than man, the reaction that we had with Mozzie Smith, I was preparing myself for, especially in that second round, it's gonna seem like a reach. But in this draft, with whoever we choose, would not be a reach. Now tomorrow, there's no more such thing as reaches from any perspective. Tomorrow, it's let's continue to build up on the back end. Let's continue to go ahead and go for traits, and because there's still some contributors out there. There's still some contributors out there, man, who can go ahead, man, and be productive for a team. Uh, like I said, I wouldn't be done. I wouldn't be done with D tackle. If I see another D tackle, I'm taking it. I believe I have the Texas D tackle available. They say, oh, well, we got beef. Hey, Hankins is only here for 1 year. Because after that, you're gonna have to address the D tackle again after Mozzie Smith. So it's not a sketch to not go after 3 tech. Shoot, man, I'm looking at Roy. I'm looking at Carl Brooks. Dress that 3 tech. Get you another rusher. But if this team messed around and got productive rushers inside and out, bro, can't nobody, bro. I was getting ready to tell you, man, ain't nobody gonna stop this team on defense. If this team mess around and get productive rushers inside and out, this team, man, gonna be something. It's gonna be something else. Now, also, what you can see tomorrow, especially if the running back board ain't to they liking, you can probably maybe bet that the Dallas Cowboys will be interested in sending one of these 4th or 5th round picks to acquire one of these running backs on the team. So don't rule that out. Don't rule them using one of these day 3 picks to acquire a player, because the Dallas Cowboys have done that before, and they usually, a lot of the times, they do it on day 3. The one that comes to my mind was, I remember Tavon Austin being acquired on a day 3 selection. So, and especially the way that the running back position is, don't be surprised, man, if they grab one of these bangers. I'll give you, there's some players out there, man. I'll tell you that. I wouldn't rule out a trade as far as maybe a player on player. We got ammunition. We got ammunition to make moves. We definitely got ammunition to make moves. So it's dependent on what they want to do, what's available. Because there's some backups that can play. Shoot. I'll give you a running back. The Green Bay running back, Dylan. You need an inside tackle running back. He can do just that. Shoot, the Tennessee Titans just traded. No, they just acquired Tyjae Spears. He's gonna take over soon. So is that the right on the wall for Henry? Especially with them being in a rebuild mode. Cook was they was talking about Cook being gone. I think I don't know if Herbert was signed with the Bears, but yeah, man, there's definitely some players, man. Washington probably gonna get rid of one of their running backs. So not saying that we would be interested, but Washington got their running back. So there's a couple out there that, like I said, that I have my eye on, because main thing is, regardless of what he brings to the table, that running back need to be able to go ahead and be productive and rushing between these tackles. He needs to be productive and rushing between the tackles. And if they can get a running back that'll be productive, rushing between these tackles, man, we in business. Uh, but yeah, I would love. But like I said, I love. Charlie Jones is on my radar tomorrow. Um, the running back that I named is on my radar tomorrow, or the two running backs that I named with Gray, and he on my radar tomorrow. I'm looking at wide receiver, looking at running back. Uh, let me see. Uh, I'll give you another wide receiver that may not be talked about because of, I guess you could say, character concerns, but definitely has the potential to be good. The LSU wide receiver that we talked about early on in this process, Kayshon Boutte. Kayshon Boutte. I'm I got my own Kayshon Boutte. Let me see. Oh yeah, my wide receivers in this book. I got my eye on Kayshon Boutte. I got my eye out on let me see. I think it says Charlie Jones, Kayshon Boutte. Mims is gone. I'm glad Hyatt gone. I think Downs is gone. Yeah. And then Ringo, he definitely gone. But yeah, Kayshon Boutte and Charlie Jones is on my list tomorrow as well. Kayshon Boutte, Charlie Jones, the two running backs. I could tell you like this. Maybe at DN, slide him out to DN. Another Texas cat, Ojimo. I like Ojimo. I think he can go ahead, man, and play you a base end and try to get some rushing in on three take. He's a guy that that people was down on, that I think he could go ahead and contribute. Because like I said, this team needs I think now this team needs a base end for the future, because Doris Armstrong ain't gonna cut it. He's not the base end that I thought he was gonna be. I know we need a rusher though, but look, my base end don't have to be a 10 sack guy. My base end is gonna have to go ahead, man, and just do what's necessary in the passing game, but make sure that he go ahead, because one thing that I've noticed that I knew that Dan Quinn always had, Dan Quinn, whether it was in Seattle or Atlanta, always had a base end that can anchor down and set that edge. We have none of that. It's supposed to be DeMarcus Lawrence, but he want to go ahead, man, and go vegan and want to sit over there and compete for sack totals instead of going ahead, man, and doing what he's supposed to do as a vet, which is set the tone, especially in his run game. But we ain't gonna get into that right now. Y'all know I get to spazzing on that, man. Dorrance Armstrong, we signed him in. Bro, we didn't sign Dorrance Armstrong to be a 10 sec dude. We assigned you to be a base end. He isn't doing it. He didn't get the job done. Sam Williams will go ahead and improve, though. But all you're going to have right now is Sam Fowler. He's not setting no edge. Right? Micah, he ain't setting no edge. So as good as Micah is, Micah ain't setting no edge. You need a DN that can set this edge. That's what we missing. And looking, let me see. There's some good tackles too. Don't get it twisted. There's some tackles tomorrow too if you wanted to go that route. But let me look. Where they at? Miles gone, Nolan gone, Wilson gone, Laurie gone, Luca gone, Keon gone. Here's another end that May can go ahead and do just that for you. That Northwestern DN. I ain't gonna lie, I can't even say his name though, man. Uh Adobor. I can't say his name, man. Y'all might know who I'm talking about though. But the Northwestern, right? 6'2", 286. And I seen that the Dallas Cowboys had him in for a visit. So and one thing I like, he's a tweener, right? Inside, either he's an inside or outside player. I think that he can go ahead and be a nice edge setter for this team. And he'll and if you get a player like him, you know that these boys are trying to go ahead and stop this run this year. So keep that in mind, especially with Dorrance Armstrong being on a 1-year contract and DeMarcus Lawrence pretty much being on a 1-year contract and Fowler on a 1-year contract. I would definitely have interest in him because I can always add some more pass rushers next year. Easy. I can add another pass rusher. But one thing's for sure, he'll give you a little I'll tell you why I like it. Because he's strong at the, and I'm talking about the Northwestern end, because he's strong at the point of attack, and he does got a good get off from short area quickness, and he could play an inside tech for you, a 3 tech, a 5 tech, an end, and he can go ahead, man, and probably get you. What he could probably do is rush for you inside and play a base end, which is fine with me, which is supposed to be in all reality Golston. So if Golston can end up being that end, a base end, that's cool. But they out here trying to experiment with him at 3 tech. I like how physical he is and shedding blocks with ease in the run game. He not a twitchy player, just a physical player, right? And that's what this team need, a rotation player like this man. So I'll keep an eye out, especially since they brought him in for a visit. I'll keep an eye out on him, Ojimo. I'll keep an eye on him, Ojimo. The 2 running backs, Charlie Jones, Keyshawn Butte. Yeah, that's right. And if you're looking at a tackle, Blake Freeland and Jalen Duncan will be tackles that I'm looking at. A D tackle, like I said, Carl Brooks, Jacqueline Roy. So there's a couple at each position, and I believe that one of them will be there tomorrow. Probably both. Yeah, at least one of these players that I named is going to be there tomorrow. And to be honest with you, I think one of these players that I named is probably going to be the pick in the 4th round. He's most likely going to be the pick. Safety, they started to get wiped out a little bit. No, you got Jamie. Now you got Jamie. Can't forget about Jamie. The Florida State cat. I like Jamie. See, one thing I like is them corners that convert to safeties. That's who I like. And I believe that is I believe that was it Jamie Robinson. And also quarterback, man. My guy Dorian Thompson Robinson. Hey man, Dak replacement need to be got tomorrow. And it's over there at UCLA, man. But yeah, there's a Jamie Robinson. I think Sidney Brown was already got. Did I see Antonio Johnson? I think he's still available, but he ain't the type of safety we need. Scott is available. Was it Jartavius Martin still available? The Illinois? I'm not too sure. I can't remember, y'all. But if that Illinois, if that Illinois cat, man, still available? Is it Jartavius? Let me see. No, Sidney Brown, I think, was already got. Is Jartavius available? I might consider that. Might consider throwing one of these corners, man, that can play both. But definitely, I got interest in Jamie Robinson. But yeah, man, there's still some players out there that'll go ahead, man, and add not only an attitude with this team, but can contribute right away from the fourth round. To be honest with you, man, on how soft we have been and the current makeup of the DN, I'm looking at that Northwestern cat tomorrow. Um, yeah, I really am. I'm looking at that Northwestern cat. Uh, that and Charlie Jones right now at the top of my dome piece is top two for me. It's top two for me. So yeah, man. Shoot, man, Dallas Cowboys, man, they gonna be all right, man. They gonna they gonna be all right, y'all. They gonna be all right, man. They gonna be all right. Just one thing that we could say, man, even though, man, we didn't have some missed draft picks, whether because like I said, you could still miss on a draft pick and it ain't got nothing to do with the talent, right? But yeah, man, we got some missed draft picks though. But one thing's for sure, man, this team is built on this draft. This team is gonna be prepping for the future. But also, man, we are in win now mode. So with the current makeup of your wide receiving core, a nice young a rookie, I think will do just fine. I'm not a big on Tolbert. Others may be, but I'm not. I haven't seen anything for me to be big on when it comes to Tolbert. So that's why somebody like Charlie Jones, man, uh, who's been big time. But look, one thing they can say, hey, even though Charlie Jones ain't no burner, hey, man, that boy, he shows up big time when it's time for him to show up big time. And that says a lot, right? People was talking about Hunter Renfro when he coming out of, what was it, Clemson? Oh, man, he ain't got no athleticism. He too small, yada, yada, yada. And he out there balling with Oakland or Vegas or whatever. So if the man can play football, the man can play football. Now I'm about to go ahead, man, and listen to these draft interviews. So the plan for tomorrow is I got a little appointment tomorrow, and I think after I can go ahead and go live, and we can just chop it up and kick it, man, and see what these Dallas Cowboys is doing, man. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead, man, get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. And man, we're gonna go ahead and see what these boys talking about. If I see a little something, I'll probably go ahead, man, and punch out a little upload, man. If there was something that might need to be addressed tonight, I'll go ahead and punch up an upload. But other than that, we will be live tomorrow. But all right, y'all, man, y'all stay up, have a good one, man. And man, let's enjoy these picks, man, and enjoy the future of what these Cowboys is turning to. They out there turning into some real boys, man, in front of our eyes, man. Some of us don't even see it, man. But one thing for sure, man, I seen the process from Schoonmaker, and I put it all together, man. Hey, I like the direction, y'all. But all right, y'all, man, y'all stay up and have a good one.